For 3 weeks in March, students from the University of Essex travelled to Sulawesi, Indonesia for a biological expedition in the Wakatobi Marine Reserve. We travelled to Hoga Island where we surveyed and investigated various reef habitats and refined our scientific and technical diving techniques. The park protects 50,000 hectares of coral reef, which at the centre of the coral triangle boasts 390 hard coral species and 590 fish species. When diving and performing our investigations, it was obvious to see organisms had benefited by living in symbiosis with other inhabitants. The list of relationships is endless as the magnitude of diversity within fish, algae, invertebrates and coral provided endless opportunities for mutualistic gain. Corals thrive globally in shallow clear waters due to the presence of endosymbiotic zooxanthellae, which dwell within the polyp's gastrodermal cells. They supply and enhance nutrient content within the host and reduce heterotrophic dependency by photosynthetic feeding. The variation between the 9 clades and 210 subclades will alter the coral's plasticity and tolerance to environmental perturbations such as temperature fluctuations, light fluctuations or disease. If damaged, the coral becomes vulnerable to bleaching with severe implications on overall coral health and coral's assemblage structure. The persistence of thermally tolerant zooxanthellae clades and the shift in coral assemblage structure following an environmental disturbance may lead to significant shifts in coral symbiont community and increasing the coral threshold for future disturbances. On a larger scale, the overall coral structure can provide protection mutualisms for benthic fish which take shelter in their complex architecture. Colours and shapes provided by the coral also provide a cryptic environment for protection of other fish inhabitants. Clam species from the family Tridacna also share symbiosis with zooxanthellae, which subsidise the heterotrophic feeding regime to a more autotrophic feeding regime. Another example of symbiosis we saw around Hoga was that of the anemone and the anemonefish. Of the 28 species recorded, approximately 8 are found to inhabit 10 species of anemone. The anemone will protect the fish among the nematocyst-laden tentacles, of which the clownfish remain unaffected due to the protective mucus which inhibits the stinging cell's release. As territoriality is well developed in the fish, the anemone is protected from grazing organisms. The fish will help maintain the health of the anemone by removing necrotic or damaged tissue. The movement of the fish provides water circulation among the tentacles, and the fecal matter can supplement the nutrient input.